seconds left. Harden at
Woo.
the hole.
Oh, nasty. Yeah, that's why you always show sportsmanship. Never be mean to an opponent because he might do that on your head. My name is Bryce Wilson, and I'm a mental performance coach who helps athletes go from losers to a winner's mindset. Today I'll be reacting to Nuggets versus Clippers in Game 1 of their playoff series.
The floor, doing so by far the best mark of anyone. Double comes this time. Porter alone. Connects.
Jokic is one of the best players in the league right now, not only because he's able to score, but also for his passing ability. It's great to see that MVPs nowadays can't just become MVPs by doing it all themselves and scoring every single point. They also have to pass their teammates and be really good at passing at that.
Jokic of leaving Porter and getting those guys going.
Or Jokic can
But he's also MVP because he can score.
to get to the line, not just because of what it'll do for them offensively, but the way it will slow down our flow as Powell.
Listen to the difference in response. They're in Denver right now, so Denver is going to have definitely the home field advantage. Let's see how the Clippers respond to playing in that environment, and let's see how the Nuggets take advantage of playing in that environment.
Shot clock at 7. Murray, net by Harden. Shot clock at 3. Murray launches and hits.
Now I like this right here because Harding basically almost fouled him. I think his shoulder hit him in the face or something like that. And Jamal could have easily went down and flopped and said, "Hey ref, he fouled me." But he decided to keep playing and score on his head and point at him after he scored. That sends a message to him and the rest of the team that I'm not scared of y'all. I don't care what y'all do. I'm going to put up buckets. Talk to me nice.
One thing Tyler said about that on the defensive end, Bob, and getting the identity back. Is done. Knocks into 3.
Good response from Harding though.
They're motivated, and Kawhi Leonard, who we haven't even mentioned much, physically looks better than he's looked in 5 years. As Harden.
Great response. Now this guy is one of the best players in the league skill-wise, so it'll be a good back and forth battle.
Denver making a little push here. Murray bounces. Jokic. Leaf.
That duo is lethal too, so you can't count him out.
Jones, Harden, Batum, and Bogdanovich. Harden. Cut.
Now he's cold, so Jamal Murray, you might have turned him up. We'll see how it goes.
Here's Harden. 3 seconds left. Harden at the hole.
Oh, nasty. Okay, yeah, that's why you always show sportsmanship. Never be mean to an opponent because he might do that on your head. Jamal Murray is lucky he's not on the court right now, but it's even worse to see your teammates get done dirty because of what you did. It's a good lesson about why trash talk is good to turn you up and turn your team up, but you have to be careful about who you trash talk because you also have to be ready for the smoke. There's no right or wrong answer on whether trash talk is good or bad. I mean, you should be a competitor in your head, like in your mind. You should be trying to go at every player, but it's not necessarily right or wrong to want to verbalize it how you feel. It can be a strategy to put your opponents down and lift yourself up, but you never know if you talking trash just might have lit a match inside your opponent.
Bludgeoning teams to getting crushed as Zubats gets free.
I like this from Jokic right here. He really wanted to get upset in that moment, but he caught himself, stopped himself, and just restarted the play. Watch this.
They go from bludgeoning teams to getting
He could have made that block, and he was upset. He wanted to crash out right there, but he stopped himself and said, "Hey, the game's still going on. Let's go and restart this play." So great catch from Jokic, and that's how you want to respond to every failure that you have.
Had a good look there. He passed up. Westbrook connects.
That was about the driest three I ever seen. It was not wet. It was not nothing but net, but it was a three nonetheless. But he still had to do his celebration, and they're all going to celebrate like it was the best three they ever seen.
Westbrook connects.
If you need to do this to build your confidence and feel yourself, do that. Let's see if he gets hot after this.
Murray
Clean.
got unnecessarily tricky, and Powell
That's what happens when you try to be fancy, and you're losing. There's no reason to be fancy, but this right here was just careless. This is an NBA playoff we're talking about that could be decided by these 2 points right here.
to be eliminated in the first round, but you could see either of them making a deep run in these playoffs. Murray.
But you responded well, okay. If you're going to make a mistake like that, the next best thing is to make up for it, and he just did.
Finishes plus the
But you also could have scored this without giving away those 2 points, so.
floor. The hesitation and the
Like I
explosion.
said, okay, now they're trash talking back, and this guy has to sit there and watch. You started it, man. You started. Just remember that. You started it. If you're going to trash talk, just be ready for the smoke. That's all I'm saying.
3 from 3 in this game. Here's Jokic. Draws 2. Westbrook.
Same goes for Kawhi, too, man. They are not learning their lesson. When you trash talk, they just come back harder. If I were you, I wouldn't trash talk until the game is over, the series is over, and they're going home. But hey, man, what are we learning? If you want to trash talk, just be ready for the smoke.
Jokic draws two. Westbrook.
Kawhi Leonard had a front row seat, the closest seat in the house to that dunk right there.
And that's where this two-man game is so effective.
This dude is cold, bro.
Out of three.
They're making that comeback. They're slowly making that comeback. Now it's almost a tie game.
Harden swings it back. Three to shoot, but two.
This guy is cold. Who is this guy? Curry's cousin?
Harden. Leonard shading. Double comes. Open Gordon. His three. His three.
Great play by Jokic there. They had to double team him, and he noticed that they were double teaming him, so he made a pass to his teammate. If the best player on the court in the NBA is being unselfish in the fourth quarter, then maybe you should too.
To its feet. Brown.
Again.
Lead. No. Westbrook. Yes.
All right, now they made their comeback. They're on top now, and that happened because the whole team, and Jokic specifically, was being unselfish.
As Bob said, 1 point game under 3 to go. Jokic fakes the three, dishes, Westbrook.
Unselfish. That's why he's MVP right now. I don't get why everyone else doesn't get this in their head, but when you're unselfish, that's how the team wins. That's how you win championships.
Here is Murray down one in game one. 25 seconds. Westbrook a three. You bet.
Westbrook coming back, making his comeback. He's feeling himself. That's the trust Jokic has from his teammate. He noticed that Westbrook had just made the last 2 big plays, so he thought, why not? Let's see if he can make another one. That starts with first, the unselfishness of Jokic, and also the trust in his teammates. Jokic is probably twice the player Westbrook is. Respectfully, he's just not as consistent, but he trusted his teammate to make that play, and he came up big.
Here's Harden going quickly. Floats it up and in. Tied at
That's
98.
tough. Now what are they going to do?
Leonard up on him. Jokic getting a touch. Double comes.
And I do realize he does make a lot of passes because most of the time he's being double teamed because he's just that good. But it takes an elite player to recognize that and put his ego aside and make that pass.
6 seconds. Jokic gives it up. Westbrook 3 seconds. Westbrook throws it off.
This is what I was talking about. He's just not as consistent. I don't know. Jokic, thank you for trusting your teammate, but you don't have to trust him all the time, okay? Maybe you could have took it on that one.
Murray weaving, floating, and hitting.
But Denver does have home court advantage. The fans are really going to give Denver a boost and a major advantage right now.
Murray and a steal.
That's 2 big giveaways from Murray in this game. He's got to clean that up if they want to make it to the final and if he wants to be known as the clutch player. You can't be a clutch player by making threes if you're going to give the ball away up on the next play.
Here comes Leonard. Resuscitation for LA. Harden. Connect.
Because that's 5 points he just gave the other team.
It's a 1-point game. Can wait here. Westbrook. No.
Notice how Jokic had a chance to pass to Westbrook, but he learned his lesson and didn't trust him this time. There's only so much trust you can have in your teammates. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over. So he learned his lesson, made adjustments, and decided to pass to his teammate Murray over here. He was actually surprised to get it because he saw Westbrook wide open, and he didn't realize he could have made a pass there. Again, being unselfish. He's trying to jump from the free throw line. Teams win championships when teams are unselfish. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say that. But the unselfish play, more often than not, will work.
As much as you love him, he's attacking the rim.
Clutch free throw. Can he make the second free throw, though? This could make the game a lot harder for the Clippers, or it could make it winnable for the Clippers. Let's see how he responds to this pressure.
Huge free throw from Gordon. Here comes the next. He got it.
Okay, he got it. You got to be doing the work behind the scenes to make that clutch free throw under pressure like he did.
6.9 to go in overtime. Harden knocked out of bounds. And it last hit Harden. And guess
That's a hustle play right there. That's a hustle play. He might not have made the plays on offense, but he'll give you those plays on defense. And if you make a mistake on offense, what I say, as long as you make up for it, you're good. Don't get defeated by failure. Get motivated to make up for it and make an even better play.
Screaming across the timeline, launches away, able to hit the three with 0.9 remaining.
Well done by Denver. Not the prettiest win, but they got there because they were unselfish. And whenever they did make those mistakes, they're able to make up for it. What other NBA playoff game I should watch next? I'm not going to watch all of them. There's way too many. But let me know if there's some big game that you want to see me react to. But let me know if there's some major game that you want to see me react to.